Live from the National News Studio, Sri Lanka.
Welcome to the National News broadcast, bringing you your top stories for tonight. I am Lakshita Singh.
And I'm Kasuni Balachandra Adhikari. Let's start off with a look at your headlines.
The President says although some alleged that the government of safeguarding thieves, this is the government that introduced new laws to nab thieves. Lawyers commend the President's actions taken to introduce new laws against frauds and corruption. Free 2 marks will be given to each candidate of the science paper in the O-level exam this year. State Minister Pramita Bandara says that 16 Sri Lankans who joined the Ukraine-Russia war have died. Sri Lanka Rupavahini Corporation becomes the first TV channel that presented a newscast in all the 3 languages using artificial intelligence. Wanidu Hasaranga and Shakib Al Hasan have come to the top of T20 all-rounder world rankings.
We move on to those and other stories in detail. And in your top local story tonight, the President, Ranil Wickremesinghe, says that the government has passed 75 new laws during the past 2 years.
Accordingly, Sri Lanka has become a leading country in the South Asian region that has enforced a new set of laws. The President states that with the new set of laws, a new political culture will be established in the country. The President made these remarks participating at the opening of new courts complex in Theldenia today. The Theldenia Old Court Complex was submerged due to the construction of the Victoria Reservoir. Then the courts were temporarily shifted to Karaliab, the new town. That building was also demolished in a development move. Later, a modern courts complex constructed at the same venue. This new 3-storied building has district court and a magistrate court and many other facilities. The courts complex covers judicial activities of Theldenia, Rangala, Ududumbara, Pallikele, Manikhinna, Wattegama and Panvila police areas. With a new spacious building, people who come to have legal services are comfortably able to obtain these services. President Ranil Wickremesinghe says laws will follow after establishing the foundational framework of the economic transformation law. These actions are being undertaken in accordance with agreements reached with the IMF and countries that have provided loans. Discussions with private creditors are also progressing positively. Some individuals claim that these discussions are unsuccessful, while others are predicting about the dissolution of Parliament. When they made this type of statements, the stock market will face a downturn on the following day. Then they are purchasing the shares. Despite government reassurances that no such decisions have been made, they persist in echoing these claims on their platforms. This is not a political issue. The President further said that corruption has arisen as a significant concern in our country. Discussions with the International Monetary Fund and our lending countries have centered on addressing this issue. The government has proposed a comprehensive program to tackle corruption, which has been augmented with amendments. He said that with the agreement formally declared, the implementation of new laws is underway. There are 4 rules for them. The government has introduced the 21st Amendment as the initial step, leading to the establishment of the related commission. Additionally, the Anti-Corruption Act was also enacted in 2023 and amended in 2024. President Wickremesinghe further said that actions have also been taken to curb corruption in spending money on administrative tasks. It is a more essentially advanced system than the law provides for. Although the development of such a system poses a challenge due to a lack of expertise, the government has drafted a report on public administration investigations subject to amendments as per the proposal made to the International Monetary Fund. Furthermore, work is underway to draft the Proceeds of Crime Act. According to that, Sri Lanka has the latest laws in South Asia, indicating a shift in politics. Previously, corruption had been merely a political slogan with promises to arrest offenders within a short time frame upon assuming power proving elusive. Minister Vijayadasa Rajapaksa said that under the current administration, several such modern court complexes have been inaugurated. President Ranil Wickremesinghe has dedicated himself to advancing the judiciary, recognizing its paramount importance for the progress of the country. Efforts have been made towards both economic development and the establishment of the rule of law, as the latter is vital for development of a country. Minister Rajapaksa further said measures are underway to fortify the judicial system and enact new laws aimed to prevent fraud, corruption and crime in the future. Parliamentarian Anuradha Jayaratne said that previously judicial proceedings were constrained by limited space. Therefore, the inauguration of a comprehensive court complex here stands as a significant achievement.
Lawyers have commended the President's actions taken to introduce new laws against frauds and corruption by passing 75 new laws within a period of 2 years. Several lawyers expressed their views regarding this matter. Attorney at Law Nuwan Somiratne said that there should be laws to prevent frauds and corruption during the 2 years period under the leadership of the President. He said that people experience many laws, including the Money Laundering Act and anti-corruption law, were passed. The judiciary system was strengthened, allowing them to act in an independent manner. The government has prepared the required background to take actions against frauds and corruption.
ලැබෙන ආකාරයට අවශ්‍ය පසුබිම සකස් කරලා තිබෙනවා. ඒ වගේම අපි ඊයේ පෙරේද දැක්කා රාජ්‍ය මූල්‍ය 50 තුම්පත කැබිනට් මණ්ඩලයට ඉදිරිපත් කරලා තිබෙන ආකාරයට. මේ
Attorney at Law Dinesh Vidanapathirana said that all laws pertaining to frauds have been updated in accordance with international standards. According to new laws, each citizen has the power and responsibility to take actions against frauds and corruption. If any individual knows such an incident, his or her responsibility is to make a complaint to the relevant authority.
Colombo District Court says that the ruling with regard to the decisions taken to appoint Vijayadasa Rajapaksa as the SLFP chairman will be announced tomorrow as to whether it is legal or not. This complaint was filed by Acting General Secretary of the SLFP, Duminda Disanayake. President's counsel Ramesh De Silva, appearing on behalf of Vijayadasa Rajapaksa, has raised an objection yesterday that Duminda Disanayake's complaint cannot be supported. The district judge today informed that this case is supported to be continued in a manner not to contradict the order issued by the Kaduvela District Court regarding this matter. President's counsel Ramesh De Silva pointed out that Colombo District Court has already issued an injunction order preventing Vijayadasa Rajapaksa being appointed as the acting chairman of the SLFP. He further said that Executive Committee of the SLFP has legally appointed Vijayadasa Rajapaksa as the chairman of the party. The Executive Committee has made this appointment in a democratic manner. Therefore, objections made by some outsiders are baseless in this matter. The Colombo District Court has already issued an injunction order preventing Vijayadasa Rajapaksa being appointed as the acting chairman of the party. Appearing for Duminda Disanayake, Counsel Chandika Jayasundara questioned that on what ground a person subject to a prohibition order of the courts can be appointed to the post of the chairman of a party. He pointed out that his appointment is detrimental to the order issued by the district courts. Convening the relevant executive committee meeting by the Deputy General Secretary Sarath Ekanayake, who is already under court's injunction order, is totally against the law. President's counsel Jayasundara expressed that former chairman Maithripala Sirisena had said on the 21st of April that he has given party membership to Vijayadasa Rajapaksa 1 month ago. By that time, the court had also issued an injunction order preventing Maithripala Sirisena acting as the SLFP chairman. According to the SLFP constitution, if a person becomes an SLFP member, he is considered as a pending member until a period of 6 months is passed. In addition, a member of another political party cannot obtain membership of the SLFP. Vijayadasa Rajapaksa is a member of the Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna. Further, a membership fee has been deducted from his March salary for the Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna. Therefore, Vijayadasa Rajapaksa acting as the chairman of the SLFP is a serious matter for both the SLFP and its members. President's counsel Chandika Jayasundara appealed the courts that an injunction order should be issued as the petitioner has requested.
State Minister for Defence Pramita Bandarathanakone emphasised the stringent enforcement of the law against individuals involved in human trafficking. He also highlighted that severe penalties would be imposed on those found guilty, regardless of their social status and standing. Additionally, the State Minister revealed that a group of suspects, including a retired senior military officer, has been arrested under suspicion of participating in human trafficking. Legal proceedings have commenced against them. State Minister Thanakone made these remarks while addressing a media briefing at the Presidential Media Centre held today under the theme Collective Path to a Stable Country.
Do you have the exact numbers of how many people are going to Russia and Ukraine?
We don't have exact numbers, but so far we have received 288 complaints. So that's the number that I can give out to you at the moment. So I don't want to exaggerate numbers. I don't want to, forecast numbers at this moment. Let's see how it goes. Let's see, and in due course I'll be able to give you those numbers.
Can't you get the details of the people going to Russia from the immigration itself? So
now they use different countries to go to Russia. It's very tricky. I also questioned about this, inquired about this, and the problem is, so when someone's traveling to Dubai, how do you question him? So it's a process, but we are looking into that also. But now the problem is not moving there. People have already moved. So the situation is how we are able to bring them back and bring them back safely. That is the problem we have at the moment.
So what are the talks going on with the Russian government? How are they?
So we have. I think that the foreign ministry is handling that. It's a delicate issue. Russia is a very important friend to us. So is Ukraine. So it's a diplomatic process, and I think foreign minister and the foreign ministry is handling that diplomatic process.
Minister, the people who are in Russia, the visa would have been given by the Russian embassy in Sri Lanka, right?
Yes.
So, I mean, did you by any chance speak to them and discuss this?
So that's what I said. Foreign ministry is handling that. It's they are in touch with the Russian embassy, Russian mission. So they will get to the bottom of it, and they will try to solve this matter soon. Problem is, we don't see people trying to leave the country at the moment because they have realized the danger. Problem is getting back who are stuck in Russia at the moment.
Commissioner General of Examinations Amit Jayasundara today announced that the GCE Ordinary Level examination was concluded in a successful manner. All students who faced the controversial science question paper will be provided with 2 free marks. He made these remarks at a press briefing held in Colombo today. Commissioner General of Examinations Amit Jayasundara said that the examination concluded successfully. Many media channels said that the English question paper was leaked. It is totally false. The CID is conducting investigations in this regard at present. Preliminary investigations revealed that the question paper is not leaked before the commencement of the examination. Therefore, there is no need to cancel or reconduct the examination paper. He added that all students who face the controversial science question paper will be provided with 2 free marks, as those questions are from the excluded parts of the syllabus.
Well, embracing latest technology is a task that the SLRC has always excelled in.
In that context, Kasuni, when the entire world is grappling with the contours of artificial intelligence, Sri Lanka Rupavahini Corporation has also taken a that is news presenting. And on that note, Sri Lanka Rupavahini Corporation set a record in the media history in Sri Lanka by becoming the first TV channel that presented a news broadcast in all 3 languages using artificial intelligence.
And using the AI technology, a news broadcast was presented yesterday for the first time with presenters Clifford Richards and Sharon Mascarenhas. English news presenters, 2 presenters created by AI technology were used to read news last night. These close-ups were created through AI, ChatGPT, video generation, image generation, audio generation and AI production tools. This is the first time a TV channel in Sri Lanka presented an English news broadcast using 2 presenters created by AI technology. It is a significant moment, and also it is significant that this AI application have been used without causing any damages to the credibility and animation of the newscast.
The Attorney General has been received for the trial.
It's a timely move by Sri Lanka Rupavahini Corporation because this era is an era where AI is spoken about every now and then. I commend the lead taken by Rupavahini Corporation, and thank you very much for that. And I'm sure the awareness being created through Sinhala medium and also English medium will certainly be an inspiration to the younger generation, and through that we will certainly be able to have the edge over some of the other countries, which is what is required as a nation.
Newsrooms around the world are experimenting with artificial intelligence or AI, and I'm glad to see that Sri Lanka has also joined the process. It's good to see Sri Lanka Rupavahini Corporation experimenting with Sinhala and Tamil languages. These are resource poor languages when it comes to global AI research and development compared to English, French, Chinese, languages like that, where a lot of R&D has happened. So it's good that we are innovating on that front, but it's also equally important that we use not just AI to enhance presentation, but also to overall improve the quality and professionalism of news reporting.
I believe Sri Lanka Rupavahini Corporation using AI or artificial intelligence in their news presentation is going to be a milestone in the history of Sri Lankan media. Sri Lanka Rupavahini Corporation is among 5 or 6 countries in the world using this sort of technology in their news bulletins. As a start, it's a very welcome move. AI can also be an extremely useful tool for journalists to do their job in a more productive and efficient way.
Yesterday's news presenters Clifford and Sharon expressed their views regarding their latest experience.
Now, yesterday's news, 14th of May 2024, was very special. I was on the news as the anchor together with my co-host Sharon. 2 news items that I was supposed to read was not read by myself. It was read by someone who looked like me and also sounded like me. So the advanced technology of AI or artificial intelligence was used by the very creative team of SLRC, and I was watching that and doing nothing inside the studio for the 2 items. So for a moment I was like wiping my eyes and trying to figure out whether I was dreaming or whether I was wide awake. And this is in fact a historic event by national television Rupavahini. I was really honored to be a part of that new introduction of using AI in a news bulletin.
And along the years, it's been a fabulous experience reading out from a script to a prompter, and you have those nervous chills, and along the way here comes the AI experience, and to be a part of it, truly honored and proud, really grateful to be selected and invited to read as a news reader, as an AI news reader. Really grateful to the Rupavahini News Division for bringing in that innovation, as we need to adapt to today's technology as well. So thank you to the chairman and the news division directors and every single person who contributed and worked really hard in making it possible.
Meanwhile, an awareness program was held for the executive officers of Rupavahini Corporation at the boardroom of the SLRC regarding the use of AI and future media operations. The program was conducted under the patronage of the chairman of Sri Lanka Rupavahini Corporation, Dr. Prasad Samarasinghe, and other senior officials including Director News Indika Marasinghe.
In other stories, Minister of Foreign Labour and Foreign Employment Manusha Nanakara said that sending migrant workers to Israel will not be stopped despite negative comments made by various parties. The minister stated that it is disgraceful to betray the future of the youth to gain political mileage. Air tickets were distributed today among a team of 72 construction workers in Israel for a period of 5 years. The ceremony was held at the Bureau of Foreign Employment this morning. The government has planned to grant employment opportunities for 40,000 Sri Lankans under the government's employment program with Israel. Addressing the gathering, Minister Manusha Nanakara said that the Janata Vimukti Peramuna accused the government of sending youth to foreign employment despite the ability of contributing them for the enhancement of the industrial economy in Sri Lanka. The minister said before strengthening the industrial economic sector in the country, the manpower and skills must be strengthened with foreign knowledge and financial facilities. He criticized the opposition leader Sajith Premadasa for his statement yesterday made at the parliament asking to scrap the diplomatic ties with Israel. The minister said the policy of the government to maintain the ties with Israel, providing more economic opportunities for the youth of the country while supporting the Palestinian cause as well. Outdoor Patients Department of the Anuradhapura Teaching Hospital says that 25 to 30 cases of the skin disease tinea are reported daily from the Anuradhapura area. Officer in charge of the hospital, Dr. Hema Veerakon, warned that arbitrary use of medicinal drugs without a proper prescription has caused the spread of this disease. Dr. Hema Veerakon said that the skin disease tinea starts on the skin as a round-shaped scar and gradually spreads throughout the body. Spread of this has been accelerated due to community activities. She pointed that the disease can be totally cured through taking medicine under proper medical guidance.
Minister Shehan Semasinga said that there will be no impact for the National Savings Bank or its savings due to the closure of Sri Lanka Savings Bank. The National Savings Bank is conducting its operations steadily. The minister stresses that only properties of Sri Lanka Savings Bank will be acquired and closed. Minister Shehan Semasinga further said that some elements misinterpreted this matter as a closure of National Savings Bank. The Cabinet has granted approval for the voluntary retirement scheme only for the employees of Sri Lanka Savings Bank, not for the employees of the National Savings Bank. He reiterated that the National Savings Bank is successfully maintaining its business activities. The operations of Sri Lanka Savings Bank has been stopped for over several years. Its properties and assets will be acquired by the National Savings Bank. Accordingly, a system is being prepared to acquire the properties and absorb its employees. Employees of Sri Lanka Savings Bank who are willing to retire voluntarily will be paid compensation under a VRS scheme. Issuing and communique, Minister Shehan Semasinga said that the relevant cabinet paper has been presented to the cabinet by the President as the relevant subject minister.
And with that, we take a look at a few more local news items in brief. Saranganavi Golden Awards ceremony was held yesterday at the BMICH in Colombo. 40 individuals who showed special talents in the arts sector and 285 professional beauticians were awarded at this ceremony. It has been organized by the Saranganavi newspaper. People's Bank and Sri Lanka Export Development Board signed a memorandum of understanding yesterday for the development of the export sector in Sri Lanka. This partnership is used to promote export abilities and to encourage new exporters. The 2024 National Entrepreneur Excellence Award ceremony was held in Colombo yesterday. It was organized by the Sri Lanka Young Entrepreneurs Association. 30 awards were conferred to individuals who have shown unique talents in numerous sectors. An awareness program was held today to educate government officials under the theme of responsibility of the government servants for transparent and accountable governance. That's all the local stories. Stay tuned to us for news from overseas.
உங்களுக்கு ட்ரான்ஸ்ஃபர் வந்திருக்கேன்.
பரவாயில்ல சார், பிள்ளைகள் தானே. டீச்சரும் போடுவீங்களா?
உன்னதமான இலக்குகளை மனதில் கொண்டு நீங்கள் எடுக்கும் சரியான முடிவுகள் உங்களையும் நாட்டையும் பெருமையடைய செய்யும். நாங்கள் உங்கள் பெருமையின் அங்கமான மக்கள் வங்கி, தேசத்தின் பெருமை.
And in foreign news, the White House asserted to the Congress that it wants to send more than $1 billion in new weapons to Israel. This comes despite the United States being opposed to a full-scale invasion by the Israel military on the southern Gaza city of Rafah. Last week, it had paused a shipment of bombs to Israel over concerns that civilians would be killed if used in densely populated areas were paused. The new package confirmed by United States media must still be approved by lawmakers. It would include $700 million in tank ammunition, $500 million in tactical vehicles, and $60 million in mortar rounds. Israeli tanks advanced deeper into residential areas in the southeast of the Gazan city yesterday.
Foreign media reports that Slovakia's Prime Minister Robert Fico was in a life-threatening condition after being wounded in a shooting today. Robert Fico was hit 4 times in the stomach outside the House of Culture in the town of Handlowa this afternoon. Police sealed off the scene and was able to detain the suspect right after the incident. The health condition of the Prime Minister was yet to be declared. Furthermore, the Deputy Speaker of Parliament, Lubos Blaha, confirmed the incident during a session of Parliament and adjourned it until further notice. The United Nations declared that one of its staff members was killed and another was injured as they were traveling to a hospital in southern Gaza. The United Nations stated that the workers were traveling in a United Nations vehicle to the European hospital near Rafah when it was struck. Further, the organization also asserted that the death was the first of an international United States worker in Gaza since the start of the conflict. The Israeli military said that an initial inquiry indicated the vehicle was struck in an active combat zone and it had not been made aware of its route.
An unprecedented manhunt has taken place in northern France for a prisoner who escaped during a deadly ambush. Mohamed Amra, known as the Fly, was being taken back to jail from a court in Normandy yesterday when a car rammed his prison van at a toll booth. Armed men then opened fire on the vehicle, killing 2 officers and seriously injuring 3 others. General Darmanin said to French media today that the attack was an act of cold-blooded barbarity and that around 450 gendarmes and police officers mobilized in the department of Normandy in an unprecedented search. Meanwhile, French prison officer unions was called for walkouts at institutions across the country today in support of the 2 who died.
And in your sports news tonight, Sri Lanka cricket captain Vanidhu Hasaranga and Bangladesh player Shakib Al Hasan have come to the top of the T20 all-rounder ranking.
The International Cricket Council today released the latest cricket rankings. Hasaranga and Shakib Al Hasan have secured 228 points each. Hasaranga has represented Sri Lanka in 65 international T20 matches and claimed 104 wickets. His best figures are 4 wickets for 9 runs. Hasaranga has also scored 650 runs. His highest score is 71 runs. Vanidhu Hasaranga is the captain of the Sri Lanka team in the ICC T20 World Cup tournament.
Sri Lanka won the match of Central Asian Volleyball Tournament against Iran today. This is the second victory recorded by Sri Lanka in this tournament. The tournament is being held in Islamabad in Pakistan. Sri Lanka won the first round of the game against Iran 25 to 22 points. The second round was won by 25 to 17 points. Sri Lanka won the third round 25 to 21 points. Accordingly, the game ended 3-0. The last match of Sri Lanka in the preliminary round will be held tomorrow against Turkmenistan. The Central Asian Volleyball Tournament has been organized this year for the second occasion.
And with that, we wrap up tonight's news bulletin. Do join us tomorrow for more of the very latest. Until then, good night.
Good night.